stand by for Billy's reaction.
We should. He's not. Well, he's not.
Was not here tonight, but we.
You know why he's not here?
Why?
He didn't want the smoke. He knew what was coming, and right now he probably should just be in hiding from what's going on Twitter right now. He should go into hiding because he can't handle it. There's too much going on there.
Well, apparently he stirred up a mix on Twitter because he said that Jaylon Smith was the leader of the team, and everybody's puzzled like, what kind of leader? Do we have Billy? Is Billy there? Billy, do we have you?
I am present and very much so accounted for.
You're not accounted for. You're not in studio. It's funny you picked tonight to be the one night you didn't show up.
Well, Billy,
carry on.
We wanted to go to you first because we know how much this affects you, man. You're a big time Jaylon Smith guy, and,
BFF.
And basically, you know, when I heard the news, you know, the first person I thought about was you. And can you tell us what's going on here or something?
Well, first, let's go ahead and provide a little clarity to the situation because, see, without my presence there in the studio, I know what's about to happen. I know the front running is going to be an all-time high.
It's already at all-time high.
And I know EA is going to go over there and be, you know, producing all this hot garbage. I'm here to go ahead and settle that.
Time out. Before you go, just to let you know, beware. You may want to change some of your points because whatever you were spouting off on Twitter, and it wasn't working.
No. What's not working?
You're getting roasted
these
right
guys. No, what wasn't working was these guys' brains. I didn't say Jaylon Smith was the leader of the football team.
I said
Jaylon Smith was the leader of the defense.
Oh, it didn't matter. You said the word leader.
Yes,
leader is what got everybody.
We all said defensive. What?
Okay. Well, you know, as I recall, I mean, Kat, I don't know. Maybe you can look this up on Google or whatever. I don't know how many people there are in this world, but there's quite a few real stupid. So.
And apparently, you're one of them.
No. Here's the deal. First and foremost,
go ahead.
Jaylon Smith. Everyone talks about how bad of a football player he is. He's not a bad football player. That's the thing. We got to stop this. Seriously. You don't go from being a freaking Pro Bowler just a couple of years ago to being a complete bum. You don't do that. Oh, hold on.
No, you'll love this. You'll love the music. We got you great music for the background. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't even hear it.
Don't worry about it.
But here's the thing. So we're talking about that. And then at the same time, you guys are sitting there talking about how he just fell off and everything. Did we just forget how abysmal your damn coaching was last year? Everyone's blaming him, saying, "Oh, look at how terrible he was last year." But did anybody notice that the coach that coached him is no longer in the league? Period.
Someone swept your heart away.
Did anybody notice that?
Billy, you can't hear it, can you?
I see it's true.
No, I can't hear it.
Okay, keep going.
I'm sure whatever it is, it doesn't really matter.
Listen to what Walt's singing right now, and it might give you a clue.
I'm not familiar with that song at all. I'm not even sure what that is.
Tell me how am I
You don't remember the scene in Saved by the Bell when Kelly and Zach broke up? And the song that was playing?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And Walt is playing that song for you and Jaylon because you two broke up.
That's fine. I mean, because here's the deal. If we're going to talk football, we can talk football. I mean, all these bits and gimmicks, that's all cool and cute.
Man,
let's talk football here.
Testy tonight.
No, I'm just saying, let's talk football here. So
okay, well, hold on, time out, Billy. So you do want to talk? Oh, sorry, you want to talk football? Okay. The fact of the matter is, you want to talk about how Jaylon Smith was the only thing you can point to was that yes, he was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago, but you do realize that was in 2018, 2 years ago, in 2019, 2020, he was considered one of the worst linebackers in the NFL, and there's no joke about it. There's no bit about it. That's pure fact. You ask anybody who knows football, that was what he is. Now, I'll give him some credit. He hasn't been horrendous this season, but he also hasn't been good this season. He's been average, maybe actually a little bit below average. In fact, if you go back to that Eagles game in the third quarter, the dude did not know what he was doing. And the reason why he's had a mediocre season is because he hasn't played as much. And 2 of the games he wasn't starting, didn't play. And the games that they did try to ease him back in, they didn't play him too much. They put him in like 20% of the snaps because less Jaylon Smith is the perfect ratio. He made too much money, and I'm telling you right now, it's not going to come out that it said this, but me and Walt agree. He pissed off somebody, Mr. Dan Quinn, or something wasn't going right with Mr. DQ, because that's why they signed off on a Tuesday after a victory like they had against the Carolina Panthers. That's why they signed. They could have waited until the bye week, but they didn't. You tell me why.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. I did. I've had that conversation with a couple different people, and I said it's probably something more than what's just right there at the at the tip of the iceberg. It's something more, something a little more detailed that we're unaware of right now. We'll find out. Now, ultimately, like I said, my story doesn't change. I told you guys when it comes to Jaylon Smith, his production did fall off. We can't deny that. Micah Parsons is the new man on the block. I get that. But you guys are talking about leadership, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. We can't
never
just
known
go
an organization to cut their leader, though.
Positions.
Billy,
say what?
Billy,
I said I've never known an organization to cut their leader, though.
What do you mean? They let go of fucking Tony Romo. Was he not the leader of that?
Not at that time
team when he was there.
Actually, by that time,
they let him go because of injury.
hold on, time out, Billy. And you know this, and I hurt me to say it, but by the time in 2016 Romo was back from injury, he was trying to get back his job, but Dak Prescott took over as leader, and everybody, including Des Bryant and Jason Witten, both were like, you know what, we love you, but we're undefeated right now, and we're on a roll. So like
that has. But
he lost
leadership.
But Romo lost the leadership. Jalen, listen to me. And what leadership are you talking about? Because the only thing I've seen Jalen is do little cheerleader pep talks, and that's it. Well, other than that, his play on the field does not dictate any kind of leadership ability.
Listen, let me
especially this season. The real leaders of this team right now, hold on, Billy. The only real leaders on this team right now that you can say leaders on the defense are DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa, whatever how you say his name.
He's played 3 games and he's a leader of your defense. Okay,
he's stepping up. Oh, how about Trayvon Diggs?
I like Trayvon Diggs.
Okay, he stepped up.
There's a difference in being skilled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing much of a leadership than Jaylon Smith.
Listen, here's the deal. You can be as skilled as you want to be. That does not equate to leadership. It does not.
It kind of does. Sorry. You can't be a scrub or you can't be a below average player and call yourself a leader.
Has anyone ever called Ezekiel Elliott a leader on this football team?
Plenty of people have called Ezekiel Elliott a leader.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. Are you kidding me, Billy? Yeah. Like, where are you coming up with this stuff now?
He should be.
Billy, he has been. They've talked about him being a leader. They have. Him and Dak are considered co-leaders, especially on the offense. Remember when I did my speech? That's why I called him Deke.
Well, I understand that. That was real cute. But what I'm saying is, when it comes down to it, Ezekiel Elliott, all I've ever heard about him is, well, he doesn't have the leadership skills. He has to be underneath Dak. That's all I've ever heard.
Actually, you heard that in 2017 when he was suspended, and we were talking about him pulling down girls' shirts in Greenville. After that, Ezekiel has risen up and become a leader, especially going into this season, especially in the offseason. If you watched Hard Knocks, like you should have, as an analyst, like you did, we all saw that he was taking a leadership role with the young running backs, the dude with the eyeglasses.
By talking to him?
What was so you tell me? Hold on, time out. What's Jaylon Smith? What's Jaylon Smith do? This is what Jaylon Smith does.
What do you say?
Let's go, guys! And then he goes to the camera. Nah, don't. We don't need the camera here. Hold on. We playing? That's all he does. That's all he does.
Okay, so here's the deal. Hey, I understand.
I am gonna miss though seeing him randomly jump up in the air with no defender or no offensive player near him. That's gonna be we're gonna miss that.
Yeah, we are. So as it's clear that you missed the other 75 defensive snaps that they had as well. You're pointing out one thing.
Actually, that was one. Remember the other one I equated to Drax the Destroyer? That scene from Avengers Endgame when Drax went up and took one of the Chitauri out in the back. That's what Jaylon did, but he did it to his own teammate. He saw a big gang of them, and he jumped on one of his teammates' back, and it's like, I'm part of this.
Well, okay. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Okay. Jaylon Smith is no longer part of this football team. Here's my next question. What comes next? Because
Keanu Neal, Jalen Kearse, Jabril Cox, Luke Gifford. They have plenty of people to step up and be ready to go.
Okay. Remember,
and actually, I'm sorry, but I don't think we're going to miss
me.
anything. I think we're going to keep going. And I need to.
Okay.
I will point out, because you mentioned this on Twitter, and you were like, "Oh, the team is going to hurt the culture of the team," and the defense was all you said shocked and disturbed, even though that disturbed thing was not in the report.
I clearly went ahead and retweeted that for you, so I should have tagged you in.
Well, I saw the Calvin. It was from Calvin Watkins, right?
No, I didn't get mine from Calvin Watkins. I don't know who tweeted it first.
Okay, well, the one I saw from Calvin Watkins said they are shocked and confused by it, like many of us are, because it is shocking, it is confusing, but nothing in there said disturbing, and none of them are, oh my God. And if I'm telling you right now, if this team is going to falter because Jaylon Smith's not on the roster, then we had a lot more problems, do we?
It's not just about Jaylon Smith being on the roster. Here's the thing. Everything's going well for you defensively. Why do you go and shake up something that does not need a fix?
Maybe because you need to.
That's my whole thing.
Or maybe you don't need. First of all, I know why they did it. We all know it's financial reasons. They laid it out there. He had a financial injury risk for 2022. The Cowboys couldn't trade him because nobody wants him. So they looked at him like, all right, we'll get rid of him. And it's not going to affect the team overall, Billy. I'm sorry. I don't know where you think that Jaylon Smith was going to be a game changer, and he's not. I'm sorry, he's not. He never has been.
All I know is when things are going well. What's the old thing that we hear people say? If it's not broke, don't fix it. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
It is kind of
what
weird
are you
that
doing?
They cut him after a win.
There's no reason to have done that.
DQ.
To save what are they saying? I heard something about $9.2 million.
Well, they're not saving. They're not
said he
saying,
was injury risk. Billy.
Yeah. There was a thing where his whole thing, if he tore or anything, he got hurt this season, he would have been fully guaranteed. And the fact of the matter is, they don't save any money off this. Actually, that's one thing I am confused about. Why they made it now? They could have made it 6 months ago. They could have made it in the offseason. It makes no sense to cut him now. I'm with you on that one. They made no sense to cut him, but he is gone, and it doesn't affect the team overall, Billy. The only person, and probably maybe Des Bryant, because Des Bryant saw something that he was upset about it. Other than that, you guys are alone on that one, because nobody else seems to be upset about it.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to be, because here's the thing: we got 13 more football games to play.
Oh,
now,
and we're gonna. Okay, let me guess. This is a typical. Let me guess Billy's move. Billy's gonna say, "Well, now because we lose Jaylon Smith, I guarantee you, if the Cowboys struggle at all, he's gonna point. Goes, we got rid of Jaylon Smith. He was the greatest.
No, I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is, your linebacker depth. No, I'm saying
we had great linebacker depth. I just told you.
You guys are telling me about Keanu Neal, who hasn't played. Okay, he hasn't played.
Actually, he played the first 2 weeks before he got COVID.
He has not played recently, EA, because of COVID.
Yeah.
So therefore, he has not been out there.
So he's coming back though this week.
Okay, that's fine. So we hope that he'll be better. You have Leighton Vander Esch. You didn't want to extend him because of his.
You're in trouble now, Billy. Guess who's here?
Oh, I have no idea, unless it's Jesus Christ himself. I'm not concerned.
Well, kind of close.
Well, you hear the music.
Okay, that's my guy. Okay,
he ain't gonna be your guy pretty soon.
Yeah, well, your guy hasn't arrived because he wasn't here with us last week, but he's here in the studio now.
That's right.
As he has his pink cowboy shirt.
Catch, prevent or. Crucial catch.
Crucial catch.
But I got to be aware for.
Well, apparently it's not a crucial catch around the Dallas Cowboys organization because they're cutting people over there. But one guy they haven't cut yet, and I don't think they'll cut in any time future.
Jay will never cut him from AT&T Stadium.
Is at Tobosh10 on Twitter. Get over there and subscribe. They talk God, sports, and porn. And I don't know if you know this, but we have Billy via Zoom voice.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
He can't show his face because he's that ashamed of himself.
As he addresses the fact that his guy, Jaylon Smith, has been cut from the Dallas Cowboys roster. And EA is, not letting him make it at all. I just sung him "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You" from Michael Bolton.
As I mentioned before, guys, I don't know why you guys have this impression that I'm all butthurt over Jaylon Smith not being part of football. If the Cowboys...
Tweets kind of show your tweets and posts kind of show different, but go ahead.
No, my tweets will suggest that, hey, you guys are walking around here saying that, oh, y'all make it seem like Jaylon Smith wasn't shit to the football team. The Cowboys are not dumb. They're not dumb. If they felt that way, they would have moved him a long time ago. Can we agree on that?
No,
I can't agree with you on that one. And
They actually tried to move him.
the
During
yeah,
the draft,
I'm talking
remember?
about a while back because according to EA, you said he stunk since what 20 what
sucked the last
right
2
after
years.
2018. Okay, 2020 was an aberration, right? That was
Oh, okay.
we're
Now,
not even going to
now
throw
we're
anything.
bringing COVID into this now.
Dude, I mean, there were a shitload of players across the league that didn't play at a high level, man. COVID is a real thing.
Yeah, I know, but
And you
very
have
real.
one of the
hold
all-time
on,
great
Billy. Wait
defensive-
1 second. Let me
All-time
ask
great, I'm
Tov.
sorry.
Let me ask
All-time
Tovash
terrible.
what he thinks. Tovash, Jaylon Smith's been cut. Is this a good move for the Cowboys? Is it a confusing move? What's your thoughts?
I think it's a great move for the Cowboys. I think it's an addition by subtraction.
Oh,
Because now, and here's the only reason why they really moved him. As James Slater reported, it wasn't anything behaviorally, or it was basically
Great
money.
guy.
It was basically money and play on the field. And I'm sorry, Billy, but I
You got a
remember.
bird's eye view. You get a bird's eye view of this every the past 2 games.
Okay, so I'm standing ground zero
Right
of
there.
this whole team, right? I'm standing there in that particular place that I always talk about. And I look right down at number 9, completely whiffed. Like when I say whiffed, I mean he took himself out of the play.
Oh, no.
And the ball was ran right in his direction where he was standing. So he goes and hides. You know, it's like if you watch the last 4 or 5 games or whatever, he goes and hides to basically, I guess, avoid contact or whatever. But and then on second and 7, he'll get like the other team picks up 4 yards, and here he is doing the swipe.
and then he always finds his way. Like, all right, so this is one thing that's the most annoying thing about him. I get it, if you're playing bad, I get it. That's just what you are. You play bad or whatever. But at least you play your heart out. What I get annoyed is, let's say the other teammates are doing something. Like the biggest example I brought was they gang tackled one of the, I believe, the Eagles player.
Oh yeah.
And he comes in flying out of nowhere. I mean, there's nothing you can do. They're all, but he jumps on his teammate to make it look like he's doing something athletic.
It's just being extra. He did a lot of quote unquote just being extra type shit, and none of that stuff was productive. In fact, he played 4 games. Yeah. He's a starter. Doesn't touch special teams. He only has 13 tackles on the season.
Mm-hmm. He had his quote unquote best game, I guess, was this past week against Carolina, and even then that was very mediocre. It's not like he did anything special or anything like that. He didn't lose. In fact, I thought Leighton Vander Esch played way better than what Jaylon did in his perceived snaps. And the only reason why we saw Jaylon these last 2 games is because Micah Parsons got turned into a defensive end.
Man, go ahead, Billy. Go ahead.
And that's fair. So I'll agree with every point you made there. So then what we're saying here essentially is that Jaylon Smith, his play is what's got him off this team and not on the field, right?
Right.
So how the hell do we turn around and justify having number 30 out there starting for your damn football team? How do you justify that?
Have you seen 30 in the last 2 games?
Yeah, I've seen him. I also saw him in that first game. And so my thing is this. I understand he's played a little bit better. I will give him credit. He got a nice little interception. He should have had another one last week. He dropped it. I got it. Or this past week. But what I'm saying is, if we're going to hold guys accountable and say, hey, your play is not up to par,
Cut him.
it has to be throughout your football team. Can we agree on that?
No,
because otherwise, what message are we sending?
Because also, Jaylon, listen, in the end, you got you Billy. It's a business. So also,
I understand the money part.
Yeah,
of it.
the money. It's a huge part. If Jaylon was making $1 million, like Anthony Brown is making peanuts compared to what Jaylon Smith is making. That's why Anthony
He's
Brown's
playing like peanuts too.
Yeah, okay, then that's fine. But guess what? Jaylon Smith is robbing the Jones right now. That's
yeah, and see, Anthony Brown doesn't have a contract like that, and so we're going to find out in these next few games what Anthony Brown is made of, because there's another corner on the other side who's about to start forcing quarterbacks to go that way, and so I think that Anthony Brown in the last 2 games has developed some kind of confidence, and I think that he's watching what Seven is doing on the other side,
and
saying,
also he knows that dude, that rapper.
You said he's got up next.
Yeah, Boss Man Fat. He's probably talking about him coming up to take his job.
If I'm Anthony Brown, I don't worry about that. I keep playing, and so basically, Jaylon was just done. Anthony Brown is not an injured kind of guy. Jaylon Smith still has the knee. And when you factor all that stuff in, it's basically the perfect recipe for cutting the guy mid-season, I think.
Yeah, well, I can agree with that. If we're talking about the money aspect of it and what the Cowboys are claiming they're trying to do in terms of saving money or not saving money, but, the whole financial thing, it makes perfect sense. I get that. My whole thing is, okay, no, Jaylon Smith is not the same player that he was during the Pro Bowl year. I can admit that. We'd be lying if we said he was. Okay, so I can look at that and see that. My whole thing is, if we're going to talk about it, we can't just sit there and dismiss what he is to the team. I hate this whole thing that, he's not anything to the team. He doesn't mean anything to him defensively. He's just a rah-rah guy giving pregame speeches and all this stuff. EA, that's just not the truth.
But it is.
It's just not the truth.
Billy, open up your eyes, okay? That's what
I am opening my eyes. I'm looking at it every week.
Every week.
I've been looking at it.
You know what I've seen the most of Jaylon Smith? In the pregame huddle going, let's go. And then after that, I don't really hear from him again, okay?
So you don't think Jaylon Smith, I know you're a guy that wants splash plays and all that stuff, but you don't think Jaylon Smith does anything for the defense? He's just out there wearing a jersey.
He's a liability, dog. Like this year, his liability really showed.
Go look at the Eagles game.
Like we thought he came along for a hot second, and then he got the contract, right? And then that was a dumb move by the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, you start looking at his play decline since then. And see, the funny thing is, people always go at Zeke because he got paid, but Zeke is still a player. We paid Jaylon, who jumped up in front of everybody, jumped in front of Dak, jumped in front of Zeke, jumped in front of everybody, Tank too, and he goes, "I'll get paid. I'll take that money," because I guess deep down inside he knew this shit was coming. Mm-hmm. It's something about his game that he doesn't trust himself, and it's a good move by him.
I will have to agree with that. I'll have to agree with that 100%, Tobias. I will say that I've looked at him, and I can say there's certain times I look at him and it's like, dog, do you not trust yourself to get off or to run with these certain guys or whatever? I will give you that. I will give you that 100%.
Well, thank you, Billy.
Billy, let me ask you one question. Do you really think that the Cowboys cutting Jaylon Smith is going to be detrimental to their defense?
No, listen, understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that Jaylon Smith being cut is going to be the downfall of the Cowboys defense, because I think they're going to continue to ball.
Because your tweets say otherwise.
No, what my tweets are saying is that, this guy here, I think that he is a leader, one of the leaders. He doesn't have to be the set on leader, because Tank has been that since Tank's been here pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. But I think he is one of the leaders. It is possible to have multiple leaders on your football team.
No doubt.
On both sides of the ball.
One of them.
Okay, so that's fine. You don't feel that way, but I'll tell you this. I don't really understand when things are going well. I don't think you go in and mess with them. That's just my opinion. I also think that when it comes to Jaylon Smith, I've said it for a long time, I don't feel like he had guys in front of him. And we all know if you play the linebacker position, you have to have guys in front of you, man, to make your job easier. Point blank, period. That's just football 101. It makes perfect sense. Does he miss tackles? Yes. Has he got outflanked to the flats or on wheel routes, etc.? Does it look like he's running and trying as hard as he just can't keep up? Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, I'm just saying I think it's really ridiculous to sit here and make it seem like, we're just dumping them, because at the end of the day, depth matters. And EA, I understand you're saying these guys about Keanu Neal and Jaron Curse and all these different guys, but at the end of the day, we're in the middle of a pandemic where guys can go down without any real injury. You didn't give Leighton Vander Esch a deal because of your concerns about his injury. So I don't understand where you just come out of nowhere and say, we're good enough to just start cutting people and we'll see where it lays us. God forbid. God absolutely forbid. Please don't do this to my Cowboys. But if Leighton Vander Esch goes down, or Keanu Neal goes down, anybody goes down in that linebacking core for any reason, EA, we're going to be in some trouble. Because Jaylon Smith. Yeah, but because Jaylon Smith is the answer to everything. But I don't believe you sacrifice depth.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Jaylon Smith, he had to step up and play full-time linebacker to fill in for somebody. We're fucked either way, because that is a terrible answer right there. You rather have Casper is a better linebacker right now than Jaylon Smith.
Okay, we gonna see. Who'd you say? Luke Gifford? That one of your guys you threw out there? You like that?
The main guy's gonna be Jabril Cox, the guy you drafted that we all love and from LSU. He's
who hasn't touched the field, right?
Yeah, because
he's about to touch the field this week.
And then if
well, that's fine, but why wasn't he out there? I know, I'm sure he plays special teams or something.
yeah, he's been balling on special teams, and plus you got Cox coming back. Oh, well, you got Cox coming to the. You got Cox coming to.
Can you get it out, please?
That's a tough one.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's a tough one.
All right, so Cox is coming to the defensive side.
Sure.
And then once Wilson returns to safety, then you can drop down Curse. So you still got depth. And that's another reason why they got rid of him, because they got, 4 or 5 linebackers, or maybe even 6 linebackers that are just better than him. That pretty much are in other positions as well.
right.
Like, he was just doomed.
Well, Billy, we want to thank you for your reaction. And listen, man, if you want to talk, I'm here for you. Anything like that, man. So I don't think it's fair what's going on Twitter to you right now. I mean,
I think it's fair.
I think you're just.
I don't care. I just need them to at me more.
Yeah,
don't talk around me. Talk at me.
I think
hit that.
You've been getting a lot of ads.
I think you're just supporting your guy, and I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
Hey, how did it feel trying to get number 9? Now that's the curse of number 9 right there. You try to take his jersey to see what happens.
Hey, I mean, I could care less about that.
How did it feel? Hey, you tell Jaylon, okay? He spent close to 6 figures to clear out the numbers just for 4
that EA. That's walk around money for us, man. We're not worried about that, man. We spend that on a pair. We spend that on some rims for the whip, for one other whips.
Pushing them glasses, huh, Billy?
Yeah, man. Listen, shout out to Clear Eye View, cleareyeview.com. Go ahead and pick you up a pair.
No, we still gonna keep that business there.
Okay.
We still gotta keep that business thriving over there. He's not going anywhere. Hey, Billy, thanks, man. Hopefully we can see you back here on Thursday night, man.
Yeah, don't be a chicken.
Yeah, guys, I should be good, man. Guys, have a great rest of the show. Cat, what up? Hope you guys have a good rest of it, man, and don't get to cutting up too much over there.
Hey.